Welcome, it's Danielle Lounger here. It's day 7 of my COVID experience, day 2 of my video vlogs. Yesterday I talked about my 8 wellness tips that I've been following to fight this virus. Today my symptoms are a slight headache and a very sensitive and painful nose. No mucus today, which is great. I can breathe clearly through my nose. It hurts to do so. So it just feels like the blood vessels in my nose are dilated. It just feels like it's swollen. Definitely better than yesterday, so I'm thankful, and I have much more energy. I was able to walk 2 miles on the treadmill today, so there's definitely been improvement. Something's definitely going right with the supplements that I'm taking, the rest that I've been taking, the 8 wellness tips that I've been using. So today I'm still working out every morning because I believe it's a way to battle the virus in a way, to make sure that you try and sustain as much normalcy in your life as possible. The closer to normal that you can keep your life, the more benefits I personally see. It gives me hope. It allows me to feel normal. It doesn't allow my head to get into that mental zone of, oh my gosh, I have COVID, what am I going to do? So doing that type of thing, still waking up in the morning, sleeping in a little bit later, but waking up in the morning, doing that exercise, it gets me into that, okay, it's a normal day. You know, I just have a normal virus. I'm playing with it. I'm fighting it. I'm going to get through this. In addition to providing an update on my current symptoms, I also wanted to talk about the last wellness tip that I talked about yesterday, wellness number 8, which was my humidifier. There are 2 types of humidifiers. There's warm mists. Most of the time they're called vaporizers, and the other one's a cool mist. According to the article that was provided by the Mayo Clinic, both are really good at getting moisture into the air of that specific room. The main thing that you want to make sure, like I touched on yesterday, is make sure to keep them clean. You want to make sure that after every use that you empty out any of the extra water, get it out of the way, wipe it down if you can. If you can't, leave the lock off to make sure that the air can get in and dry out all that extra moisture, so that there aren't any mineral buildups and there isn't any buildup of bacteria. You also want to do that with the base. The base is what a lot of people forget. That base does have water. That's where it's pulling it in and pushing it out through the fan. So you want to make sure that base is also wiped down if you can and left out to dry. So for me, the one humidifier that I showed you yesterday, this is my base. This is where it takes all the water in and then it turns it out through the mist through this nozzle. So for me, to be taking off this base, which I already have this morning, you can see that there's still some droplets left, so it's not completely dry yet. But it's taking off this cover, emptying out as much water as you possibly can by shaking it, and then leaving this cover off and in a warm place for it to dry throughout the day, and then you can reuse it at the nighttime. The other thing you also want to maybe consider is that if you are concerned about the mineral buildup, you can always use just normal water bottles instead. They're more purified and they have less mineral content, so you can also get away with doing that. Me personally, you want to also make sure that if you're using a vaporizer or warm mist humidifier, you want to make sure that you're careful if you're using it around children. It's called a warm mist for a reason. The water is quite warm, and most of the time that fan and that vaporizer portion of that system makes it even warmer. So it comes out quite warm, which is okay to the touch, but if you spill it, if they knock it over, if they spill it, it could burn them, so be careful. That's why I personally use the cool mist, but it also helps me keep my airways clear a little bit better, I found, just through experience. And then also, I also like the cooling effect that it has to my room. I normally don't like the cold, as you'll find out, but when you're wrapped up in a blanket and it has a cool mist on your face, it gives you the best of both worlds for me personally. So that's why I like cool mist humidifier for my room. So there you have it. That's my day 2 of my video vlog, day 7 of my COVID experience. If you found this video any helpful, or if you like this video, please hit that like button. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a video that's coming up. Also subscribe and drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, whether it's a question or just a general comment. Until then, stay safe, happy holidays, take care of yourself and love each other. Have a good one. I'll see you next.